Hi everybody, Tony here, co-owner of Crypto Index Token, and I need to get a little bit of something cleared up here just to make sure everyone understands that CIT is not a Ponzi, not a pyramid scheme, not a matrix. Our affiliate system is totally something voluntary. CIT is a passive incoming opportunity with an affiliate business model attached to it for people that are interested in creating a business out of this. That's what it was there for. Creating a business, fast track their capital or their principal investment, and start earning as quickly as possible the bigger returns on their weekly income, and create more CIT tokens for themselves to put themselves in a better position in the future when the value starts going up. So I just wanted to do a video just to kind of like reiterate some of the things that people might be concerned with. And, you know, it's all normal. I trust that it's all normal. And one of the first things I went and did was like do what most people should be doing, and that's just go ahead and Google a couple of these articles and read what everything is about. So a pyramid scheme, commonly known as a pyramid scam, is a business model that recruits members via promise of payments or services for enrolling others into the scheme. Rather than supplying investments or sale of products and services, as recruiting multiplies, recruiting becomes quickly impossible and most members are unable to profit, as such pyramid schemes are unsustainable and often illegal. Right, so here's a picture of it, and everyone, I'm sure if you're asking the question, you probably got something like this in your mind. So, I mean, this one's got 13 levels, and, you know, if you're one of those in the 13th level, that's 13 billion plus people. That's more than what's in the world at the moment. So if you fall into this category, you would definitely not be making anything. And, you know, it just gets harder and harder and harder and harder as you go along. But basically what's happening here is, you know, those 6 to generate money need 36, and the 36 to generate need 216. And so this goes on. And, you know, what a pyramid needs to do is you're only earning from the people that you're recruiting. In CIT, you don't need to recruit. In CIT, that doesn't have to happen. In CIT, we pay you a commission. And I'm going to explain that to you because it's extremely important to make sure that you understand that we're not a pyramid, and we're not a Ponzi, and we're not a matrix, etc., etc. So I'm just scrolling a little bit down. I found this, and here they basically just go into the 8-ball model of a pyramid scheme. So they're just showing you how that works. And looks very much like a matrix as well. We'll talk about that now as well. But in a pyramid scheme, an organization compels individuals who wish to join to make a payment. In exchange, the organization promises its new members a share of the money taken from every additional member that they recruit. So again, you need people to generate you this income, and you're going to keep having to find them because they're going to have to keep paying you monthly and monthly and monthly and monthly. 8-ball effect, guys. Go Google this. It's amazing what you can find out there, and there's so much information about this. Matrix schemes use the same fraudulent, non-sustainable system as a pyramid. Here, the participants pay to join a waiting list for a desirable product, which only a fraction of them can ever receive. Since matrix schemes follow the same laws as geometric progression as pyramids, they are subsequently as doomed to collapse. Such schemes operate as a queue where the person at the head of the queue receives an item such as a television, a game console, digital camcorder, etc., etc. And when a certain number of new members join the end of the queue, for example, 10 joiners may be required for the person at the front to receive the item and leave the queue. So you kind of get the drift, right? Matrix. We're not a matrix. Well, often confused with other pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes, the difference from each other, they are related in the sense that both pyramid and Ponzi schemes are forms of financial fraud. However, pyramid schemes are based on a network marketing model where each part of the pyramid takes a piece of the pie, benefits, forwarding the money to the top of the pyramid. They fail simply because there aren't sufficient enough amount of people. Remember, these things are built on people. The whole thing is built on people. CIT is not built on people. CIT is built on assets, right? CIT is built on a long-term, short-term trading, as well as the mining. All right, that's what it's built on. And with CIT, you do not need to recruit anybody to earn. You make an investment, nominal amount that you can afford, you choose that amount, and you are already earning. Every week you'll earn. When the mining is launched, you'll earn. With the long-term payouts, you'll earn. And you have not recruited anybody. It's systems, our assets are working for you. That's what makes this a self-sustainable coin and what makes it a self-sustainable income, a nice passive income. The affiliate system is purely there to fast-track things. I'm going to explain that to you. Right, the connection to multi-level marketing. Some multi-level marketing MLM companies operate as pyramid schemes, and consumers often confuse legitimate multi-level marketing with pyramid schemes. All right, so here they go into a little bit of depth about that, and the legality, etc., etc. What's commission? So let's just get the definition of commission here. Sorry, my computer is just taking its time to open it up. It will open it up shortly. But I just want to reiterate, we're not a Ponzi. We're not a pyramid. We're not a matrix. You do not require people to generate you income. All right? And you do not need to keep looking for people to keep generating an income. The CIT doesn't work that way. CIT was designed. Between me and Kevin, we've been in so many of these programs, and you know, we've lost a lot. We did our homework and we did our research, and we needed to go and make sure the things that we participated in and tested and we saw wasn't working. This is why we created the CIT. Was created because we don't want that. We want a sustainable business that will give us stable income for a very, very long time. It will give us that we can't, it will outlive us. That's how we wanted it to work. We wanted to generate an income that we don't necessarily need to find people. That's true passive income. You don't want to find, you don't have to find, but can you get passive income? Yes. But what you did though, you do myself, you avoid in some forms, you should. And spend the time going on, you take time to tell people about this fantastic opportunity, you should do it for that. I think it's important that people listen to their passive income. And once you want to go tell someone about this fantastic opportunity you're earning and you're living your life, we don't necessarily have the workshops and things like that. That's what CIT people do. You also can know something very interesting to work for. People. Right, so you can communicate with cost you time. You have someone, you went to show them the presentations and have it to explain this to them, and so you know, me. Let's go back to that one. Make sell based on the income. Let's go back. Sorry guys. Some of my cases, people work there, it's not been on the doing people are and we're going to reach exactly. I'll show you how this works. There's just a clear understanding of what's happening here with crypto index token. Okay, so I quickly drew this up, and this is just an example. All right. Let's quickly start on the slide, and this is in the presentation. It's on the white paper, it's on our website, it's everywhere we go. We do talk about this because this is something that's going to fast track your principal amount, especially if you're starting with a nominal amount and you want to really get to a passive income very, very quickly. It's important that there's something like this in a business. You want to start your own business, you want to work at it. You want to fast track yourself. You want to earn a bigger income. If this didn't exist, we just have a whole bunch of passive earners, and the guys would get bored. They would want to, how do we make more money? How do we create a great opportunity out of this? And you know, 10% of raised funds during the ICO and 10% of all purchases post ICO will be used to support our 6-tier uni-level affiliate system. Okay, so work in the food and beverages. I was up last night and I was thinking, how do I explain this that everyone could just get a very layman's term of this? Okay, So we all go to restaurants and all go out and enjoy an evening and a dine. So you go to a local restaurant and you order and you have a time, and at the meal there's this all that comes. And in a lot of places they put a 10% charge. All right, it's nice to relate to what we're later. And that 10% service charge could go straight to the server that served you, the waiter, or it could be split amongst a couple. It could there could have been 3 or 4 waiters that served you and split between all 3 or 4. On cruise lines, example, you'd be charged the service charge, and from the person that was cleaning the cabin, to the chefs, to the server that was serving you your food, to the bartender that helped you, to the person at the front desk that greeted you on and off the ship, each of them would get a piece of the pie, the service charge, and they accumulated from all the guests that climbed on board, or from all the tables that they served in the restaurant. And these service charges of 10%, 10%, 10% could have been for one, or could have been 2 people, right? And this is exactly what we've done in CIT. In CIT, we're rewarding people for telling other people about the opportunity. That's all that we're doing, and that's all that 10% is. And the circle explains to you that your investment, what happens with your investment, okay? So if you're $1,000 into CIT and you were to invest $1,000, right, 10% of that would go to the affiliate program, 45% of it would go to long-term trading, that's the foundation of our business, and 45% would go to short-term trading, getting you your passive income weekly. As we introduce mining, the percentages will be adapted to include the mining, and that will be paid up to you on a monthly basis, right? So this is happening with the $1,000 put in. 10% of it's going to the affiliate system. So that's being deducted. There's the service charge. It's there. We're being transparent about this. All right, 45% is going to 25% goes in short-term trading. It's that simple. Okay, so you've made that purchase 1,000%. Okay, 5% is going to the introduce. So if I introduced you, right, I'm making 5% for $1,000. And the $1,000 you invested, excuse me. All right. The person above is going to, the person of them is going to, the person of them will get 5% above him, the person above 2% people. And there could be more, could be more. You earn a little bit of money on your passive return. You did it. I'm happy with my return at the moment that I was pulling it to external wallet. I'd rather grow my business let's substantial for me to live off. You're going to reinvest. You go and reinvest. It could be all, it could be a part of it. So percentage of it, and invest. And just 10 from you. Okay, you invest and reinvest at any given time. If you don't reinvest, if you decide I'm making enough every week and I'm happy and I'm going to take it out into my external wallet and spend it on whatever you would like, right from you. You need to make invest. So we will benefit from it. Okay. Very cool. Let's start for all of us to build our passive income or principal amounts to earn great income. Okay. Introduce some passive income, some $15,000 earning, start earning that. Okay. So you use it directly. You and people and all that, and then first get 5%. Okay. And by more CIT total, you 5%. Okay. If they go and introduce somebody, how many people introduce 10, introduce 100, right? You'd earn 3% from that. That's all you'd get. And every time that they reinvest, you'd earn 3%. You'd earn 1% from anyone that they find, 0.5% from anyone that they find, 3% from anyone they find. Again, there's one that we saw people benefit from them. Right, so for example, at a restaurant, search charge at a restaurant. It's 10%, and it's just 10% that gets a lot of people find it interesting, worthwhile, build yourself up. Okay, fantastic event for just one line. And he does a lot of things. He's getting something that fine. He's working able to find just 10%, guys. There's a 5% amount. Everyone's happy to want to reinvest us, and he's happy just to pull his earnings. 5%, so you don't get anything passive, and you're going to get a lot of people like that, because that's what CIT at the end of the day was built on. It was built on creating passive income for a lot of people. But there's a lot of people in the world that would like an opportunity to create a business. All right, their situation puts them in that position where they need to create a business. So we need to reward these people for doing the effort. Is it Ponzi? No. Does it even resemble a Ponzi? Is there limitations too? You don't need all of these people, guys. You don't need them. If you want to, right? If anybody would happen, you're still be earning for your weekly income. You're saying it. I did this a comp plan. I hope everyone understood what comp plan was, but is this a Ponzi or is this permanent? Let me sort that out very quickly. We are not a Ponzi. We're not a permanent. We're not a matrix. You don't have to earn with CIT. You do not have to recruit other people. Your money is making you money. It's growing your principal amount, and it's going to earn your passive income. CIT is a self-sustainable coin backed by assets. We're not backed by lending, not backed by people, we're not backed by you doing a lot of work. Yes, I did explain in the comment how powerful the affiliate system can be, right? If you found 100 people and you decided, I'm done, I don't want to find more, and they all decided to stop for some reason, not recruiting, okay? If that happened to you, then you'd still be earning, because your principal amount has gone into the short-term trading, gone into the long-term trading, has gone into the mining, giving you a weekly and monthly passive return. That's what it's about. You need to make sure you guys are clear on this, because a lot of people throw these words around: SAM, pyramid, matrix, and all of these types of things. I showed you a little bit an example of what they each are. We resemble them at all. Alright, so please, 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 make sure that you are doing your homework. Do your homework. Make sure that you understand what purpose. Make sure you understand what a matrix is. I could hold a little bit by doing some research online with you. Just explain. CIT is an affiliate marketing opportunity which gives you a commission. You will not get commission based on what other people are earning. You only get commission on what people are investing or reinvesting. Okay, so the more CIT they purchase, and more they do it, the more you're going to gain from the commission. And it's that simple to understand. I hope I've made it very, very clear. So please, if anyone tells you that this is a pyramid or a scam or a matrix or whatever, please correct them, because it's far from the truth. They really do not know, have not done their homework on this token, which they need to go and do. They need to go and read the presentation and see this video, because we aren't anything like that. I'm sorry I can't about it on this video, but it's so important that people understand where we are. You know, Kevin and myself work really hard on this, and the last thing that we want to be doing is being compared to a pyramid or a Ponzi, a matrix or something to those lines. We're not anything like that. As a matter of fact, I think we're even better and stronger than that. And this system was just created to assist in that principal growth. All right. I hope that helps. I hope that clears the space. I needed to get that off my chest and make sure that you guys are aware of it. Interesting stuff. I hope that should anyone ask you, you could answer them now very nice and clearly, and tell them, listen home, because you don't know what CIT is about. You've got to stop learning quickly, because this is so very powerful. And last, I want people to do as far as these types of business and schemes and scams, because that's not real. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the patience with this one and this video, because I'm getting a bit worked up here. I think you guys can see it. But so let's spread it. Let's make addition. Everyone deserves to share their opportunity. The more people we share the opportunity with, and more lives and families we can touch through this opportunity, we can change people's financial situation in a very short space of time by spreading this news. And you know what? It's because of what you'll be generating. I think it's just natural. You just want to tell people about this opportunity. You want to go and tell the world, listen up, there's something that's around that can really, really change everyone's financial future, and this is how. And yes, you can turn into a little business, spend some time, share the opportunity, and get rewarded for doing that. And the more people you guys, just remember, this is endless. The more people you tell, the more 5% you'll earn from repurchases. So every time they repurchase, every time they invest, you can go, all the next person, people, you'll be earning 6% from 1,000 people. I think it's fantastic. I hope I'm able to had any concept this, and I'm sure that will be a lot more excited and feel a little bit a sort of relief. With this is how inspired I want to be with everybody, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. So have a great day. Make sure if someone sent you this, that you get back to them and get their referral link in their back office. It's extremely important to support the person that's introduced you the opportunity to sign up to their link and whatever else in the line here. All right, great day.